Hello everyone and welcome into Coach Craig Sports. This is the NBA DFS Core Pick video for Friday, November 8th. If you're joining me for the very first time, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, this is how today's video will be structured. We'll be going over my core picks for both DraftKings and FanDuel. It's going to be one player at each position. I will have my morning injury report listed in the comment section down below as a pinned comment, as well as some injury updates throughout the day. So definitely on the lookout for that, especially as we do get closer to the lock. I may or may not get to all the starting lineups as I typically do and an updated core. Got a couple other things planned, so might not get to that. So if I do not, do apologize for that. But without further ado, we'll get right into it with the DraftKings side. And we're going to start off at the point guard position with Scottie Pippen Jr. Expect him to start in place of Ja Morant, who has already been ruled out for this game. He is going against the Washington Wizards, so a pretty attractive matchup there. $6,500, a little bit more than we probably like to pay for him, but 29 fantasy points is what he's averaging on the season. We're looking for 32, 33 out of him. Once again, it is a relatively attractive matchup. Currently, I'm projected for about 33, 34 tonight. Definitely could have some upside for more at the same time as well. Then at shooting guard, we're going to go with Benedict Mathurin of the Indiana Pacers. Should be in that starting lineup once again. He's $5,400, looking for at least 27 now. I'm averaging almost 28 so far in the season. It's a very attractive matchup versus the Charlotte Hornets. Currently, I'm projected for 30, but definitely does have some strong upside for more at the same time as well. Moving down to small forward, we're going to go with Michael Porter Jr., $6,300, looking for 31, 32. I'm averaging over 34 so far on the season. A little bit of a tougher matchup versus the Miami Heat. Obviously, there is no Aaron Gordon, so a little bit of extra usage to go around. If Jamal Murray is out once again as well, could help him out in terms of scoring at the same time. So definitely do like Michael Porter Jr. Currently, I'm projected for 35 fantasy points tonight. Has a little bit of upside for more as we've seen in his two most recent games. Then we move down to power forward with Alex Sarr of the Washington Wizards going against the Memphis Grizzlies. A little bit tougher matchup for him, just going against Jaren Jackson Jr., obviously a quality defender in his own right, but $5,400 too cheap for Sarr at this point in time. He's had over 30 points, I believe, his last 3 or 4 games, averaging 28 so far on the season. Really been playing well as of late, so definitely do like him in this matchup at this price tag. Currently, I'm projected for 30 fantasy points tonight. Then last but not least, we're going down to center position with Isaiah Stewart. A lot of quality options at that center position tonight, so probably going to be a good slate to play multiple centers. Isaiah Stewart is likely to start in place of Jalen Duren, who is doubtful with an ankle injury. So Stewart, if he goes out there, plays big minutes, should look really good overall. $4,300, only looking for 21, 22 out of him. Currently, I'm projected for about 29, 30 in this matchup. Kind of depends on how many minutes he plays, but definitely do like his upside quite a bit. But with that being said, if you go with the 5 players that I do currently have listed here, you have $22,100 remaining, just under $7,400 remaining per player, so a good amount of money remaining left over. Obviously, a lot of stud players on this large 11-game main slate. If you kind of want to mix and match and do a little bit of balanced approach, you can definitely do that as well. Should definitely be some pretty good values that do open up throughout the day at the same time as well, which is something that's typical on these crazy Friday slates, especially these larger slates that do happen on Friday. Guys getting rolled in, guys getting rolled out. A lot to track from that regard. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my core picks over there as well. So once again at the point guard position, we're going with Scottie Pippen Jr. $6,000 should be in that starting lineup in place of Ja Morant. Looking for 30 points out of him at that $6,000 price tag, averaging just under 28 so far on the season. Attractive matchup versus the Washington Wizards tonight. And on the FanDuel side, currently I'm projected for 32, 33 fantasy points. Then we're going to move down to shooting guard with Norman Powell of the Clippers. $6,300, looking for 31, 32 out of him, averaging just under 34 so far on the season. Decent matchup versus Sacramento Kings. They are playing a little bit better defensively this year, but I don't expect that to maintain over the course of the season. I like Norman Powell quite a bit in this matchup. Has shown a really strong upside in that starting role that he's had so far this season. And at this point in time, currently I'm projected for about 35 fantasy points tonight. Then we're going to move down to small forward with Benedict Mathurin, $5,500, just too cheap a price tag now at this point in time. Looking for 27, 28 out of him. Should be in that starting lineup once again. Attractive matchup versus the Charlotte Hornets. Currently, I'm projected for 30 FanDuel points tonight. Definitely has some strong upside for more if he's going out there, if he's scoring the ball well, if he's grabbing a couple of rebounds at the same time as well. Then we're going to move down to power forward with Isaiah Stewart, $5,100, so a little bit more expensive on the FanDuel side. Looking for 25, 26 out of him. Once again, Jalen Duren is doubtful due to an ankle injury, so Isaiah Stewart should be in that starting lineup for the Detroit Pistons, should be playing relatively big minutes, and I do currently have him projected for about 29, 30 fantasy points once again tonight. Definitely do like the upside with him. Obviously, there could be a little bit of downside, but at this price tag, definitely warrants that consideration. And then last but not least, we're going to the center position with Goga Bitadze, $4,900, looking for 24, 25 out of him. A relatively cheap value at this point in time. He's been starting the last couple of games and playing really well for them. And I currently have him projected for about 29 FanDuel points tonight. Looks like a pretty interesting matchup versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Definitely has some strong upside for more if he's going out there, if he's rebounding the ball well, and get some extra blocks at the same time as well. But with that being said, if you go with the 5 players that I do have currently listed here on the FanDuel side, you have $32,200 remaining. $8,000 remaining per player, just over that. So quite a bit of money left over. You can definitely pay up for 2 studs, maybe even a third one, and then really pay down at the other spot. Just kind of depends on how you want to approach it. It's a 13-game main slate on FanDuel, so make sure that you are getting creative as you are building out the rest of your lineup. But with that being said, these are my core picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, be sure to drop them down in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Once again, I will be listing my morning injury report down there, as well as the injury updates that do come out throughout the day. Once again, I got a couple things going on Friday evening, so I will see which of the starting lineups I can get to. If I have a chance to get an updated core out there, I'll try to do that as well. Typically has 20 to 30 minutes prior to lock, but might ultimately be a little bit sooner for this slate, so I do once again apologize for that. But with that being said, if you are brand new to my channel, checking out for the very first time, or have yet to subscribe, please consider doing so. Definitely would appreciate it. Helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS. Right now, we have NBA DFS in terms of the core pick videos Tuesday through Friday. I got my NFL DFS player pool video coming out once a week, typically on Saturdays. And then last but not least, if you're interested in sports betting, if you're interested in prop betting whatsoever, be sure to check out the links and promo codes down in the description below for BetUS, Parlay Play, and Prize Picks. If you're a brand new user on any one of those 3 sites, when you sign up, make your initial deposit, you will receive a first match deposit bonus. For Prize Picks and Parlay Play, it's 100% match up to $100, and then for BetUS, it's 125% match up to $2,000. So some pretty great opportunities to be had out there. If you have any other additional questions related to that whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Coach Craig Sport, and be more than happy to help you with that journey as well. But with that being said, that's all that I truly have for today's video. Definitely do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Definitely means a lot to me. I hope that each and every one of you have a great rest of your day and some pretty good luck in NBA DFS for Friday, November 8th.